We depart Normanton to travel to Croydon, the other end of this line that goes from nowhere to nowhere, passing intermediate stations that serve nowhere. And here we are at Croydon, the end of the line. Wasn't supposed to be, but this is as far as the railway got. The station building here, beaten by termites. A modern interpretation has been erected, and that is the way to Normanton. Okay, we are crossing the Gilbert River.
Between Croydon and Georgetown.
Yeah, it's between Croydon and Georgetown. You can probably mostly just see the dashboard, but it's a fairly narrow bridge. It was dead kangaroo in the middle there, and bird of prey waiting for his chance. It's surprising how when you don't erect railings, it never looks as safe. And not only that, but there's heaps of rubber on the edge of both sides. It's like bumper bowling, really. And just hope that nobody's coming the other way. Or if they are, it's fairly slow. Okay.
Stop signs.
And so here we are, 50 kilometres out of Georgetown. Trees are getting a bit bigger, and it's starting to look a little more lush on the sides of the road. But in general, it's still just the outback. This is a really nice piece of road. The roads have all been good, but this one is particularly new and particularly good. It's a lovely sunny day, a few clouds scudding about in the sky.
There's no grass on the sides of the road, so hopefully there's less chance of kangaroos along here.
Yeah, nowhere for the skippies to hide on the side of the road. And every now and then, you'll have a cow or two. And indeed, here is a cow on the side of the road.
Or two.
Yeah, or two.
You spoke too soon about that nice road.
Yeah, I spoke too soon about the road, and it really seems to have deteriorated. There's a really big sign on the last bit of road that said it was a government project, Building Australia, but there wasn't any advertising for this section. Anyway, it is what it is. A quick lunch in Georgetown and then back on the road. And now we're just out of Georgetown.
Heading east.
Heading towards the coast.
To Mount Surprise.
Tonight, Mount Surprise.
So, can you see the cave up there? It's up there on the left. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. It's a really nice looking piece of countryside. Interesting features and a large cave. Up a little slog through the gap, up a little pinch. You can hear the turbo starting to whistle. Okay, windy road to come.
Ever-changing landscape. It's just magnificent. It's just stunningly beautiful. This ever-changing road. It makes for variety as well. But it's a good stretch of road here anyway. It's sort of pretty smooth.
And well marked. And finally, here we are in Mount Surprise. And the Savannah lander is in for the night and stopped in the station here. Pride of Queensland Railway. This is the beautiful spot that we camped last night. I don't know if you can see them in the air, but all the birds are getting up. But there was only one and us and two other people camping here last night. The sun's coming up at the moment. It's just stunningly beautiful here. So, but not jammed in, really spread out, and it's just been a lovely stop over here at Mount Surprise. So, but we're only staying one night. We're going to the hot spas this morning, then we'll move on to the lava tubes and find out what's happening, whether we go for an evening tour there or whether we go in the morning, and then we'll be heading off to Cooktown. Under the vast open spaces of the Savannah in the Undara Volcanic National Park is concealed the Undara lava tube. We've recorded our visit to this geological wonder in our Mount Surprise video. Also on the Mount Surprise video is our trip to the Talaroo hot springs and soaking pools.
We stayed overnight in the backyard of the Ravenshoe Hotel, which claims to be the highest licensed premises in Queensland. Space to put the van was very limited.
Lucky we had an experienced wheel girl manipulating the caravan. We took the opportunity to visit,
surprise, surprise,
the local tourist railway, not currently running due to some difficulties with the track.
On the way to the coast is the remarkable Black Mountain National Park. The mountain comprises massive granite boulders, some are the size of houses. The absence of soil between the boulders and rocks creates a maze of passageways which can be used to penetrate inside the mountain. The black appearance of the mountain is caused by all the rocks being covered in black lichen.
European colonists added to the many Aboriginal legends about the area, and stories abound of people, horses, and whole mobs of cattle disappearing into the labyrinth of rocks, never to be seen again.
We reach Cooktown and settle in at the racecourse for a few days. Cooktown is located about 2,000 kilometres north of Brisbane. This makes it further from Brisbane than Melbourne is from Brisbane. Cooktown is at the mouth of the Endeavour River on the Cape York Peninsula. So I finally got the bikes off the car and decided to come for a ride this morning. We're at Mount Cook. No, we're not. We're at Cooktown. Weather is fairly well in the mid-20s at the moment. Got up to 30 degrees yesterday, although you can already feel the humidity. But we've ridden out to, is this a point? Tim's just looking on the map.
Endeavour River, isn't it? Perhaps, but it doesn't have a name on here.
So, can you show us on the map where we've ridden to?
We're here.
Right, so, and where we're staying?
Here.
Open the map up. So we've ridden from down here at the racecourse where we're staying up to the point this morning. It's not far, it's only about 4 k's or so. It's just a stunning ride along the coast. So it's so pretty and warm. So does that say, is that Mount Cook?
Oh. No. Let me orientate the map.
It says Mount Cook's back that way somewhere. Slight mishap on the bike this morning. I've had a rattle. One of the screws has come off from the guard in travel, so we need to find another screw to fix that.
Mount Cook's back there.
Okay, Tim says Mount Cook's back that way somewhere. But it's just beautiful here. Sort of place where you stick any twig in the ground and it grows.
There's one straight down here.
Yep.
But you won't be able to film it.
Yeah, I can. Tim says there's some fish employed by the council that swim just around the jetty to make people think that they're going to catch something. Get those tourists coming. Cooktown and Mount Cook were named after Captain James Cook after he had beached his ship the Endeavour in 1770 for repairs. This house up there, sitting on the side of the hill, has stunning views out over the water, fishing boats. Some hills on the other side. It's just magical. Stunning. The parks they have here are just all maintained really well. It's just a beautiful place to be. Could be some pretty good bike riders as well. As Cook left the Endeavour River, his last point of contact with Australia, Cook claimed possession of the whole eastern coast of Australia for Britain. He made amicable contact with Aboriginal elders for the first time and he sighted his first kangaroo. The kangaroo was shot and Cook took it home with him to Britain. We visited the heritage listed Botanic Gardens. They were established in 1878 on the edge of Cooktown and contain walking trails to Finch Bay and Cherry Tree Bay, although we didn't have time to explore the beaches. The gardens consist mainly of specimens which can be found in the local area and contain living specimens of those specifically collected in 1770 by Joseph Banks when he visited with Cook. There was plenty of time to collect specimens whilst the Endeavour was being repaired, and most of the Australian botanical collection that returned to Britain came from Cooktown. We had a beautiful time riding our bikes through the spectacular Botanic Gardens. Just as we were about to exit, we came across a ranger for the gardens and got told off because we're not supposed to be riding our bikes through the gardens, but too late.
All too soon, our time at Cooktown is over. Tomorrow we head south for the Daintree.